Welcome to the Shane Show. In this podcast, we will be talking about the book Shane. I'm here with my other hosts, Jenna, Wes, and Jake. Each host takes a different part of the show. Wesley is the question master. I am the clarifier, Jenna is the summarizer, and Jake is the connector. This is only part one of our podcast, and we will be talking about the book Shane. We will upload another episode as soon as we can.
Today, we are just doing the introduction to the podcast. I think this is going to be fun with you guys.
I think it's going to be fun too. I have a question for you guys. How long is it going to be?
It's going to be a few weeks.
Oh, that's pretty epic news.
Yeah, this is going to be a lot of fun.
It will be.
Yeah, I can already tell you that now. Yeah.
I'm going to go. What is this book Shane about?
It's about a boy named Bob. He lives in a valley outside of a town called Dodgetown, I think it's called. I can't remember. So there's this man named Shane who comes riding into the valley, and he's a mysterious man. Mysterious boy, should I say. Just kidding. But he joined the family pretty much because he lives there now. He lives in a barn on a bunk, and the only thing the family knows about him is his first name.
Yeah.
That's all.
The family doesn't know anything about his background history, where he's from, or anything about his family.
They don't know why he came to the valley?
Alright, that's all for today. When Bob went into his barn to where Shane was sleeping, he found a gun in his saddle. Of course, back then, you wouldn't think anything of it because everyone had a gun. It was the most beautiful gun Bob had seen, but the question that came into Bob's head, he has a gun, why doesn't he carry it around?
I think that he may be afraid because he accidentally killed someone in the past. He could have may have killed somebody and been afraid to kill that person, so he ran away so he wouldn't get in trouble.
What if Shane had killed someone very wealthy and taken his gun, or even killed the man with his gun? Who knows? Rich people have fancy guns, and that gun seemed fancy.
In my opinion, I feel like he doesn't feel very threatened, so he doesn't need to carry around the gun, because he's one of those guys that's kind of bold and brave, and he just doesn't really feel the need because everybody's already afraid of him.
But, what if he is afraid? What if he's being hunted down and he doesn't want to show the gun because it's very well known where he's from?
Well, that's possible, but if you're getting hunted down, you would probably want to keep a weapon on you at all times.
Yeah, but, who knows? He could have a knife in his shoe. Who knows? That's pretty cool if you ask me. I would have done that if I was him.
Well, you're right, but I just don't feel like he would have a knife in his shoe. And I feel like he would want to carry around a nice gun because you could show it off since it's got fancy engravings, it's a nice color, it's just so nice. Why wouldn't you want to show it off?
Well, he was trying to leave early. What if he was trying to sell the gun so he could get lots of money and not be traced because the gun is fancy?
Those are very good opinions.
Welcome back to today's podcast. Today we will be summarizing on what has happened in this chapter.
This section sure has been interesting. I think Shane is pretty cool. I'm glad that he's so nice to Bob.
Yo, Shane is one of my favorite characters, too. I love how the author describes him as well. He seems so laid back, but bald. You know?
Yeah, I understand. When Shane almost beat up Ledyard, I got so excited. It's so entertaining.
Yeah, I think my favorite part was when the family met Shane.
My favorite part was when Bob found the gun. He was so cool. He, the way how the author described the gun just made me think that it was real, you know?
Yeah.
Whole Bob confronts Shane about it, though. Just why wouldn't Shane have the gun with him at all times if it's a fancy gun?
Yeah, you kind of want to show that thing off.
Yeah, I agree.
I liked it when
Yeah,
Bob's
I also agree.
I liked it when Bob's dad and Shane pull out the stump, and then Bob's mom burns her pie.
That was pretty funny.
Yeah, it was.
First pie.
Pie is so good. Yeah.
Well, that's all, folks. Hope you enjoy us. Join us next time for more entertaining facts about the book Shane.
It's so interesting that I want more facts about the book Shane.
I know, I'm so glad that we get to read more.
Yeah.
My favorite part is when the outro music plays like this.
Hello, everyone. Today we'll be talking about Shane and making connections with the book.
One of my connections to the story is that I like fishing. And in the story, Bob goes fishing. And he likes fishing.
I have watched cowboy movies and I also have a gun. And so does Bob and almost every character in the book.
In the book, Shane has a gun, and my family also owns guns.
A world connection with the story could be that one person. And what I mean by that is that everyone has that one person who they cannot get along with. And in this story, Shane and a lot of more people do not like Fletcher.
I have eaten apple pie, and Shane has eaten apple pie.
It's pretty cash money if you ask me. It is so good. Am I right?
And it's made from apples.
Yeah, apple pie is good.
It is good, but when it's burnt, it tastes horrible.
It tastes better because it adds extra flavor.
How does burnt pie taste better?
It's flavored.
Disgusting.
You're cool, guys.
Yep.
Yep.
One of my favorite movies is A Million Ways to Die in the West, made in 2004.
I haven't seen that movie yet.
I have. It's a really good movie.
Cowboys vs. Aliens is another great movie. Oh, yeah. One of my favorite movies is Big Jake by John Wayne. Or with John Wayne, I mean. But that was the summary of the book. I mean, connections. Frank, I usually do that. For the connections in the book. In real life, other books, and movies. So, have a wonderful day, and God bless you. And welcome back to one of the last parts of episode 1. Today we'll be doing a Q&A.
Question: why does Shane not carry his gun with him?
That's a tough question to answer. There are multiple reasons why Shane doesn't carry a gun. One could be that he doesn't feel the need to use it because he doesn't feel threatened, or another could be because he doesn't want anyone to see his nice gun, so he doesn't show it off.
Where was Shane coming from when he came to Start Ranch?
The only thing we really know about Shane is his name, none of his background knowledge, so it's possible that he went from town to town looking for a place to stay, or he's escaping something bad from his past.
Why did Shane call flapjacks fat flannel cakes?
His family came from Mississippi, but Mary Ann said that he might have came from Tennessee. Guess we'll just have to keep reading to find out.
Where do you think Shane is from?
I think Mary Ann is right. I think he's from Tennessee, and I think he just came here because he's scared of the past, because he did something really bad. Yeah.
I also think he's from Tennessee. I think he's also there for work, see if he can find a job, get some money, find a place to live.
What if he's from Washington? Who knows? You know?
It's possible.
It is possible.
I don't know. I think he just is trying to escape his past. Well, that's all.
everyone, and welcome back to the Shane Show. Today we will be wrapping up episode 1.
This was an interesting section to read. The podcast will be up later today. I'm so glad that I had the chance to read this book, and thank you all for listening.
Yeah, this was so fun to make. Join us in our following episodes that will come later on.
We are your hosts, Jake, Jenna, Wes, and me, and you're listening to The Shane Show.